The Cincinnati Bengals head to Carolina with the Panthers favored by 3 in this one. Will Brinson, take your pick.
Give me Carolina holding serve at home by more than a field goal here.
I'm taking the Cincinnati Bengals to win this game. The Saints head to Atlanta on Sunday. The Falcons are favored by 3.
This is a surprise win for the Saints. I think they win outright and easily cover the 3 points.
Will Brinson, You got to go with the Atlanta Falcons. And you phrased it right and then got it wrong. It's a division game. I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to smash Seattle in Seattle. Rams win, Chargers cover. 31-30 is your final score. I think the Patriots are going to humiliate the rebuilding since 1957 Detroit Lions. Let's take a look at the rest of our picks. Yeah. Week 3 of the NFL, not exactly my time to shine. This is now the 4th football season we've been hosting the show. That was the worst week we've ever had against the spread. It's got to get better, right? Will Brinson, of course, joins us once again, as he does every week here on Time to Shine, to make all of our week number 4 picks against the spread. We had different picks last night, but we both lost because the spread was 7. So here's hoping, Will, we have more luck with the rest of the slates coming up this weekend. Let's start with the undefeated Miami Dolphins visiting the New England Patriots. Tom Brady and company favored by 6.5. Will Brinson, take your pick.
Yeah, this line is begging for you to take the Patriots, right? 6.5 to the Miami Dolphins, a team that Bill Belichick has dominated at home. Tom Brady will be angry. They will come out with a vengeance unknowns to any team previously seen in Foxborough. Here's the problem, Adam. The Patriots aren't very good. They have Rob Gronkowski, but I'm pretty sure that the Dolphins had the capability of doubling him, just like the Lions did, and forcing Chris Hogan and Philip Dorsett and Josh Gordon, if he plays, maybe, to get open and to beat one-on-one coverage and for Tom Brady to find him. I don't think it's going to happen. Give me the Dolphins to cover the spread in a close one.
All right. I am with you in principle that the Patriots are not very good. I said it earlier in the show. I said it preseason. I said 2-2 max in the first 4. Taking the Patriots. One more time, even inspired by that X and that intro. One more time, I'm taking the New England Patriots to win and cover the spread. The Houston Texans head to Indianapolis. The Colts are favored by 1.5. Will Brinson, take your pick.
You know, I've been all over the Colts the first few weeks of the season. I think that they're playing inspired football on the defensive side, thanks to Matt Eberfluss's defense. Say that 3 times fast. His inspired defense and coming over from Dallas and instituting a new scheme. Andrew Luck and Frank Reich's offense have been running really well. They got the running backs to feature in there. And I'm taking the Texans because I don't really know why. I just think this is a desperation play. Bill O'Brien will scheme up some stuff for Deshaun Watson. Will Fuller gets deep a couple of times. Texans win this one on the road for their first win of the season.
You know, my logic last week was take Houston because of the law of averages spot and Bill O'Brien dial things up for Deshaun Watson and J.J. Watt going up against the Giants line. Well, I got nothing right last week, except for the Indianapolis Colts. I loved Indianapolis to keep it close against the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what? You nailed it. Let me say it slowly. Matt Eberfluss's defense, they're pretty good. The offensive line is too. I'm going to take the better head coach and the better quarterback. Frank Reich, Andrew Luck, win, cover, Colts football. The Atlanta Falcons welcome the Cincinnati Bengals to town on Sunday. Atlanta favored by 4 at home. Will Brinson, take your pick.
I am concerned about this line, Adam, because it is dropping like a rock. It opened at 5.5. Falcons were favored. It's now down to like 3 in some spots. And it just means that everybody's hammering the Bengals. When everybody's hammering one team, you should usually swerve and go the other way. Falcons' 3 straight games at home is very interesting. I am still going to stick with the Bengals, though. I think this is a team that is steady on both sides of the ball. Andy Dalton will bounce back, even in a second straight road game. They're in a dome. They'll dial up some stuff deep to A.J. Green and keep it close enough to stay within the number. By the way, this over has shot up 6 points since it opened, so expect a shootout.
I just think not having Joe Mixon is a significant deal for the Cincinnati Bengals. Learned that against Carolina. Listen, I thought for sure Atlanta was going to beat the New Orleans Saints. And listen, no excuses. Win the game, cover the spread, win by 7 to 10 points at home. The offense looked like what I expected preseason, Will, last week. One of the best, if not the best, in the entire league. Matt Ryan gets it done. I think the Falcons are going to win by a touchdown and thus cover the spread. Dallas Cowboys, 3-point favorites when they host the Detroit Lions. Will Brinson, take your pick.
Prime spot to take the Cowboys here. One of my best bets of the week. You get Dallas getting slaughtered by Seattle on the road in a prime time-ish game, that late afternoon slot when people were pretending not to watch Tiger and instead watch football. And then you have the Lions taking care of business and bashing in the Patriots on Sunday night. The Lions are a very popular road dog right now, but if you look at their DVOA against running backs, it's not very good. This is going to be a quintessential signature Zeke Elliott game where he goes for between 150 and 200 yards, and the Cowboys romp the Detroit Lions at home.
Listen, I'm a big believer in Zeke, but the problem is this coaching staff is dreadful for the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott, we put up the graphic earlier in the week on Time to Shine. The last 11 starts, he's Brock Osweiler. That's Brock Bottom. That's not any good. I actually think the Lions are better than Dallas in a lot of areas, starting at the quarterback position and also the head coach. I'm going to take the Detroit Lions to win the game outright. The Philadelphia Eagles, 3.5-point road favorites in Nashville against the Tennessee Titans. Will Brinson, take your pick.
Another one of my best bets this week. I like the Tennessee. These are my Tennessee Titans. I was high on them coming into the year. I thought that they would actually win the division and make a playoff run. I think Mike Vrabel deserves some early season Coach of the Year love, Adam. And even though they've got a quarterback who can't feel his fingers or his arms or his knees or his elbows, whatever he's dealing with, I think they'll scheme up enough things for Marcus Mariota to use his legs to pick up some yards, to scrap something out against the Eagles. And this Titans defense is playing really well. Carson Wentz didn't show enough, I don't think, in his first game back. He's still adjusting. They're coming back from that ACL injury. And I think the Titans hold serve here, win at home, and obviously cover the +4 as a home dog. I
love it. We're disagreeing on everything, Will Brinson. I can't get enough. I think Philadelphia is going to win this game and cover the spread on defense. I mean, head, shoulders, knees, and toes, all an issue for Marcus Mariota, and he's going up against arguably the best defensive line in the NFL. And I know that Tennessee offensive line is good. I just don't think it's a fair fight. I also think Alshon Jeffrey being cleared is a huge deal. Love Carson Wentz. Philadelphia by 10 points. The New Orleans Saints, also road favorites this weekend. They head into MetLife Stadium, favored by 3.5 against the New York Football Giants. Will Brinson, take your pick.
Yeah, this is where I'm feeling confident about my picks, and all of a sudden I realize I'm taking the Giants, and I do that Bruce Arians gif where he turns very suddenly and terrified. That's how I felt when you asked me to on this game. I got the Giants, so I think 3.5 is too much. The Saints were in that shootout with the Falcons, but we forget they were playing back-to-back road games now. So they felt like they were at home because they're in a dome. This is their first time outdoors. I think the Giants present a little bit more of a challenge than the Falcons did in terms of being able to bottle up Alvin Kamara and not give him 20 targets in the passing game. I expect the Saints will score. This is a high over-under, also in the 50s. But I wouldn't be surprised if this is sort of a breakout Saquon Barkley game. I get it, the Saints are good against the run. Technically, I don't think they actually are. I think Barkley has a big game, and the Giants steal this one outright, and we start to get a little New York buzz about Eli and company.
I can't wait for this game on CBS. And good job by you referencing that it's an outdoor game, northeast weather, indoors, outdoors, on the moon. I don't care. I'm taking the Saints to win and cover. Drew Brees, Eli Manning. Listen, with all due respect to Eli, who's won a couple of Super Bowls, he's not in the same league as Drew Brees. Whether we're talking this year, whether we're talking historically, Drew Brees is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Eli Manning, if he wants, could go watch him get elected into the Hall of Fame. I can't wait to watch this game, and I love the New Orleans Saints. Let's take a look at the rest of our picks for week number 4. We agree on the Packers, disagree on the Jets and the Jags, sharing a brain on both the Bears and the Arizona Cardinals. Josh Rosen going to win. I've got the Browns. Will Brinson going with the Raiders. We agree on the Chargers, Ravens, and Will Brinson going against my guy, Patty Mahomes. Good luck in the rest of week number 4, Will, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Thanks, Adam. Always a pleasure, man.